basically, the guy who started from one farm got fed up of supplying white cabbage to supermarkets. It was boring to grow, it was boring to deal with. The supermarket buyers treated you awfully. So he started off selling from his own farm in a cart around to local people. And since then the business has grown and grown and grown. We've now got 4 farms in the country. We've got one in France, which is on the trade wind, so we get stuff a little bit earlier. And we work with cooperatives of growers to bring stuff in we can't grow ourselves, and that includes cooperatives abroad. We never air freight, we only bring the stuff in by road or by sea. Everything we do is seasonal. We never intensively grow, we never unnaturally grow. Everything is grown in soil, in the season it should be, and where the soil is best. So for example, our apples and our pears come from down near Cranbrook. In season our cherries will come down near Faversham. But we'll grow things like this in East Anglia where they grow the same with our onions. Our bananas come from the Dominican Republic, but we work with small growers over there. We give them long-term contracts so people have a surety of business, and it's not, right, we'll have that for you this year. If you can't reduce the price, then we'll go everywhere. We work a long time with all our providers to provide the produce. Everything we do is organic, there's no exceptions. We won't do anything that isn't Soil Association approved. We've got our own dairy where we do yogurt and milk and butter from our own cows. But the main strength of what we do is the veg. And as Chris was saying, it's just natural, it's seasonal and it's natural. There's absolutely nothing added to it whatsoever. In a year like 2012, that can cause problems. It's been disastrous for us this year. 2012 has been the worst year we've had on record. You see, grow yourself, you must have had the same. Yeah. We lost potatoes, we lost a lot of produce. We just keep on going. We're very honest with our customers. We tell them where the problems are. So if our produce is less than it should be, we'll replace it. But 2012 has been disastrous for us without a doubt. Potatoes have gone, carrots have gone. Brussels sprouts coming up to Christmas when the rain came down weren't brilliant. But this is what we do. We put recipes in for our customers. There's absolutely no ties. People come and they go as they want something. The boxes are set. We put on the internet each week what's in the following week's boxes. If people don't particularly want the box, they want particular produce, then they just make up their own box and we deliver that just the same. There's no delivery charges. There's loads of recipes. We've got a load of beetroot in at the moment, so put some good old black earth on it. The reason we keep the earth on, A, it's natural, and B, the fruit and veg last longer if it's covered in earth. It's nature's way of protecting it, so we leave that on. This is our mini box. That's £10.45. That includes delivery. So this is our fruit and veg box. It's about 18 quid this one at the moment. It's got 2 grapefruit. I suppose you approve of grapefruit, do you?
Yeah, that's good, as long as you're not going to get diabetes.
Yeah. And the other thing is people, for parents, is people who've got parents on warfarin, is to watch out for that. And I think grapefruit is a bad one for people on warfarin, and a lot of green veggies as well.
Yeah.
So if we've got older relatives, all we have to read the warfarin leaflet. It's quite interesting what they can eat and what they can't eat. So I do it with my father all the time, and then try to take it out of his fridge. Doesn't work, but. So this is what we do really. We do 40,000 boxes a week around the country. I don't think we're much of a threat to the supermarkets, but they every now and then they try to have a little pop at us. Especially as we are cheaper than the supermarkets. We don't do 2-for-1 offers generally. You know, you buy what you want, and this is so you haven't bought 2 chickens for a £5. You know, find out that it's shriveled, which Phil will tell you more about than I can. You know, this is what we do. As the seasons roll by, it will change. We'll have asparagus coming on, we've got kale on at the moment, lots of cabbages, lots of parsnips, and then it will go through into the summer. We'll get the lighter veg coming through, and then we'll get the salads in the summer, and then we'll swing round again, and we'll have wild garlic on in some of the boxes, which is a nice thing to put in. Fennel at the moment, which is both grated or in salads or braised. If you only have red beetroot pickled in a jar, try it roasted like a chip or something like that. Cut it and put it on a boil. It's lovely. and this is what we do. So.
But you can do lots of veggies, can't you? Roasted, and they taste lovely.
Of course, take some of our recipe leaflets, and we've got our own cookbooks. We just won the family just won Farm of the Year, BBC Farm of the Year, on Country File and on Radio 4. So we're very proud of that. And we constantly win Ethical Business of the Year for what we do. There's no ties with it. There's no smoke screens. This is what we do. I can't really talk much about it, to be honest. We put it out the ground, we put it in a box and bring it to your door. If it goes wrong, we replace it.
Yeah.
And if 2013 is anything like 2012, we'll be replacing a lot of projects. But really, that's how it should be. If you go to the supermarket, you probably find that their carrots are maybe grown indoors in sand, because they're more durable, and they can pull them out of sand easier than you can pull them out of earth. They don't taste of anything, no. Whilst organic is very sort of laudable, the real reason people buy from it is it tastes better. Apart from growing your own, and if you can't grow everything yourself, really people buy it because it tastes better. And if you, I suppose, if you're trying to change the way you eat, then the taste is important. It doesn't taste of sugar or salt, that's for sure.
And when you start cutting the sugar out of your diet anyway, your taste buds change massively, and you start really appreciating what you're eating. And over the years, I've started really thinking about what I'm putting in my mouth as well, and I'm thinking, oh, this actually isn't doing me any good. I want to have something that I know where it's come from, and I'd rather pay a bit more for it than I used to do. But if I compare that with eating out or getting a takeaway, it's still cheaper to buy organic and from the butcher than it is to get a takeaway in. A pizza nowadays costs you 10-15 quid to feed a family of 4. Imagine what you can buy for 10 to 15 quid, vegetable-wise and meat-wise. That's the comparison that you've got to start thinking about. That's the mindset you've got to start thinking.
When we do summer shows and we're out, normally people say, oh, it's too expensive. So that box costs 2 burgers from one of the caravans.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer, really.
And that's what you've got to change your mindset about, I think.
I reckon we're cheaper than, well, I know we're cheaper than the supermarket, and we're also definitely cheaper than processed foods for what we do. So, if you want to give us a go, what we're saying, because we're working with Chris, is if anyone wants to give us a go, we're offering a cookbook on the 2nd delivery and the 4th box free. That way, if you get in the swing, after 4 boxes, you'll know if it works. It doesn't work for everyone. If you're out in the city all day and you get home at 8, 9 o'clock at night, you're not going to start preparing meals from scratch, let's be honest.
Do you just deliver once a week?
Yes, we do. We come out here on a Saturday morning.
So if you wanted one in the middle of the week as well, we could...
No, but it will last for you. It'll all last. It'll last longer than a week.
So I think buy veg every single day. Every day I'm going to veg.
I reckon a box would last you a week. Yeah, it wouldn't go off, honestly. That will keep for a couple of weeks. That will keep for weeks. It's solid. And that's like a football. It's really because it's been grown properly and seasoned. It's not been forced anywhere. Most of the salad that you'll buy in supermarkets is grown hydroponically. If you see anything salad grown in Kent, it's grown at a place called Thanet Earth, which is huge indoor warehouses where the light is manipulated, and it's grown in rock wool with chemical strips on it, and the light changes through the day. So, it's actually grown in loft insulation. So you wonder why it doesn't taste very nice.
I bet you guys didn't realise that, did you?
If you go home, look up Thanet Earth, how we grow, and it's grown hydroponically. That's how a lot of supermarket produce is grown. That's why it's so cheap. You can't grow tomatoes in this country naturally at this time of the year. You just can't do it. Now, everyone knows you can't do it, but you seem to think, oh, they put the label on Kent grown. Not exactly. It's never touched Kent soil. So this is us. If you please take some leaflets after. There's no ties with it.
What sort of fertilisers or pesticides do you use?
We don't use any pesticides at all. We use natural fertilisers.
So that'd be poo.
Basically, yeah, we've got a dairy herd. They live to be quite a good age, much more than intensively. We use that sort of thing. We do lose, as I said, we lose more than most people. Probably like people who have their own allotments. We work like that, but we never ever use chemicals because that's not what we do. Don't see the sense in it really. We've still got hedgerows going in our farms. You know, there's certain ways of keeping certain little animals off our things, which we never mention to the kids what we do, but you know, we're very natural in what we do in everything. But definitely no pesticides.
Any more questions for Paul? No? Phil, hand over to you.
Hello ladies, good to see you this evening. I'm Phil, the local